Hi everyone, Ryan Boyle here again, and welcome to another chapter in our tutorial. This one is going to cover making a background and taking it into After Effects and creating a 3D scene with it. This is some of the techniques and tricks I use for some of my tutorials. Once again, I'm taking the minimalistic approach to the design. I like to keep it simple so that I can get my renders out real quick. So what you're viewing now is just a kind of sped up version of how I designed some of my backgrounds. This one's going to be a little bit more simpler than the ones I usually do, but I'm just making this for this tutorial. So as you can see, I have a little cityscape here I'm making. I have a front and a side that I'm making for the building here. I'm going to make it into a 3D building into After Effects. So what you can do is make sure that you put all of your elements into separate layers, which is what I'm doing right now. This way when I bring it into After Effects, everything will be separated and I can manipulate it separately, just like we did with the character design. Alright, so now we're going to import our Illustrator file into After Effects as a composition, and you can see all my layers I created in Illustrator are broken down into the appropriate layer order. I just moved the anchor point of the building to the side here so I can rotate it. I'm going to match it up and line it up with the front of the building. Turn on the ground plane here, and then I'm going to rotate that. Right now you can't see it because the background plane right there is kind of blocking it, so I'm going to have to scale it up and move it into frame. And that's the street right there. I'm just going to go ahead and add a quick camera so I can pan around and view my scene. You can see so far the city is in 3D. And I'm just going to duplicate the side of the building and just kind of move that over to the other side. There we go. Then I'm gonna check that out. This is good. Alright, increase the size of the road, and I'm gonna duplicate the building, select all three of those copies and just kind of move it over. Then do the same thing again. Move it back. As you can see, my background plane needs to go back a little bit further. There we go. Move the street up a little bit more. Now we got my street lamp here. I'm going to scale it down and move the little lamp I have here. Now I may not use this because I'll probably end up using the in the lighting tutorial. I'll probably just make a light, but I just like to create this just in case I want for a prop. Move it down here into the ground. Duplicate that and move that over to the side as well. So now I'm going to import my little spy character here. Little pre-comp of a character already made. You can move him down, move the anchor point down to his feet. So this way you scale him down. Move him into position. There you go, stick him underneath the street lamp there. There you go, move the camera around. If I zoom out, there we go. You can see how I can move and everything's in 3D right now. So here's a couple other case studies or examples you could do with moving some of your illustrations in 3D. Here's a couple of the cartoons I made previously with moving the illustrations in different backgrounds. For the eclipse, this is one large actual scene. So you can see it pans through this office to a title card, and then it pans into an outside area with a city and a theater. But when you look at the actual Illustrator file here, you can see it's just one large Illustrator file. I think it was about 12K. And when we look at the After Effects scene, you can see it's set up as one large environment. And so what I did was just pan across the x-axis and just line up the timing of the characters and their voiceovers. And that's how you can set up a cool looking 3D scene in After Effects.